And now we find ourselves in Tower of Execution. Tower of Execution is the last tower we haven't seen before. This is Reinhardt's second tower. Now, at the very start of the thread, Tanith commented that Dual Tower has rubbish music. I forgot to bring that up when we were actually in Dual Tower, but he was right, entirely so in fact. It's supposed to sound discordant, but it just sounds like it's being played backwards. Now, when you go through this level as Reinhardt, this is this single large room which is centered on that huge tower, which has for some reason now sunk into the lava and fallen to fucking bits. 8 years into the past. So, it's standing when we come back here as Reinhardt. There's only so many times they can use that castle as a creature of chaos thing before it just sounds like the load of bullshit it really is, and the terrifying thing is that 2 people wrote this game. But anyway, we have no time to focus on that, for we have some Edgar Allan Poe shit going on here, for we have many swingy thingies and also many bits. Egad. They are necessary in order to get the full Edgar Allan Poe feeling. There are many methods of execution represented in this tower. We have the Iron Maiden, which is being used to punish these power-ups for attempting to assist us, the hero. Dracula is a vicious fellow, and we're going to leave that purifying there to be subject to further torments. Now let's see if this is a tower of execution or not, shall we? We'll stand on this. No. It's a tower of mild inconvenience. You'd think a tower of execution would be full of instant death traps, but we can be thankful for the fact that it isn't. In fact, even in Castlevania 64, this is one of the easiest towers there is out there. So we can be thankful for that. And they've also removed every single Medusa head in this tower, and indeed in this game there are none whatsoever that I have seen. I guess maybe they only turn up in hard mode or something, but certainly there aren't any even in Clock Tower. Over there you'd think there'd be something good, but actually it's just money, so we will bypass it. And 5 towers in, they are piping magma up to the top of this, so God only knows how this castle actually works, or, you know, why this stuff doesn't just sink down into the basement. Perhaps it's some really good insulation. And both of those are red jewels, so we're not going to bother to go and get them. And one thing I'm curious about is, of course, lava is when it's outside the volcano, and magma is when it's inside the volcano, but what is it when it's indoors? That's one for you guys in the thread to explain, for I have no clue whatsoever. I am ignorant in the ways of this geology. So you may use your discount home geography skills in order to demonstrate that to me, or geology skills, which would probably be more appropriate. So jump over here, and we are going to get ourselves a red jewel from this fellow, for he is keeping it in his brain. There we go. That was marvellous of him. And we can also sidetrack our way over here and find ourselves some more useless money in this Iron Maiden again. That's a good place to keep it. No one's going to look in there for money. No sirree, Bob. So, this is actually significantly not as good looking as it was in Castlevania 64, where there were things like a lot of chains hanging from the ceiling and a lot more interesting things, and of course it was also based around a large central room rather than a series of small ones. And strangely enough, this is the one with the frame rate problems, and now we are being subjected to the execution method of giant razor blades. This is obviously Count Dracula, Gillette, Von Zeppelin, etc., etc. That was an exploding bone-throwing skeleton, or a grenade skeleton if you prefer. He explodes and throws bones, which also explode due to logic. So we can now proceed forward up into the remainder of the tower, into the first level that's inside that big room again. Here we are. No, in fact it's not inside that big room again, I was wrong. This is a grating room, and since this is a lava grating room, you might guess, yes, there are geysers of flame that shoot up through it. Cockney geysers of flame. They're offering us watches for discount prices, but we're aware they've fallen off the back of a lorry, so we're not going to have any of that. And also there are sections of this that fall down. They are discoloured like so we can jump over them and avoid their collapsing and attempting to dump us into the lava, which is of course instant death because it's lava and such. But it's not instant death when it touches you, as you will see later on. There's also a slightly disturbing motif here, is these strange frescoes of children, which we will not comment on further, for they are weird. Instead, we will proceed further along this thing, where they will combine obstacles at us. They combine a collapsing grate with a geyser of flame, egad. They're getting more devious all the time. Now over here we have a holy water, we don't want that, and over here we have a cure. Despite the fact that there is only one thing left in the game that can poison us, there is a cure there. Now if you would guess that the one thing left in the game that can poison us is Ortega, you are right. Why you would guess that though, I have no idea. So we're going to go this way because there is a save gem and some stuff, and also an opportunity for me to die off screen because I'm stupid. So we're going to save here, and we're back in the large central room again. Now, normally in this level as Reinhardt, you keep going up the edges of this room and crossing over that main tower, which has 4 floors, and it has gigantic guillotine blades that move up and down it. They're about 10 times taller than Reinhardt is, and really serve no obvious purpose at all. So we will not comment on those further. Instead, we will proceed down here to more swingy thingies and some lizard mans, who will flamethrower us at us, and we once again be inconvenienced by one of these execution methods. Vector's not really that good with this whole execution thing, is he? It's supposed to kill you. It is? Yes, it is. Oh, also, one of the things you might have noticed is our narrator. His voice may seem familiar to you. Our Dracula, his voice may also seem familiar to you. Scott McCulloch. You don't know that name, but you would know him if I said he was Dracula in Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And so I would guess if you took that stupid electronic filter off fake Dracula's voice, it would be Dracula from Symphony of the Night. Just think about that for a moment. We were denied awesome by electronics. Curse you, progress. We should go back to the times of dinosaurs instead, for dinosaurs were much more awesome than this game. Go on, argue with me. Alright, now this is roughly where we would find the special item for Reinhardt. It would have been walking across the invisible platform, though. And meanwhile, we are facing one of these invisible knights who will poke a wall at us, for he is mean to walls, he hates them. He isn't really that on with this whole mortar thing that they have going on, you see. And we'll throw our stuff at this guy as he slowly clanks towards us. He'll drop an axe, but we don't want it, so we will instead go this way, and we will use this white jewel to save our progress.